Blind Beauty.
According to Mary Englebright, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it.
Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. What we are going to do today, if you saw the title of this video, is I am going to go over the perfect palette tag. Now I try to do tags here and there just because they're fun, they're easy, well they're not easy actually because this did take some thought and a lot of going through stuff and all that. But, a perfect palette tag, because there are so many palettes released all the time. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to do the perfect palette tag. Now there are only 8 questions that I found. I've seen all sorts of YouTubers do this. Just to name at least one, Emily Noel 83 has done it. And I know I've seen other YouTubers do it too. But this is where I go through and answer different questions about palettes and show which palette I would pick for each question. And let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I've got a different background right now because whenever I'm doing tags or fun videos, I'll be in my relaxing chair. And then whenever I'm doing serious videos, then I'll be at my desk, with the background there. And I also have my hair cut, as well as I dyed it, so that's also something that you might have noticed or been like, okay, what am I not picking up on that I'm seeing different? Well, that's what it could be. But let's jump on into this tag video so it's not too terribly long. Question number 1. Best packaging. Well, some of these palettes have dual or even triple answers to them. But this right here is the My Little Pony palette by ColourPop. There's no mirror to it, but it is such a pretty outer packaging. It has a rainbow with little ponies on it. Reminds me of my childhood. It takes me back to the 80s, really. My Little Pony palette by ColourPop. And I'm wanting to say this might have been discontinued already. I'm not sure, but it has 12 different shadows in it. So it's a really pretty palette. But I'm just don't use it as much as I should, but still it's pretty. Best color payoff is the next one. And that would have to be if y'all have followed my channel for very long, you know that I absolutely adore this palette. It is the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. That's right, Coastal Scents Revealed. It is supposedly a dupe for the Naked 1 and 2, but it has some great colors in here. It goes from a real good all over the lid shade for setting your primer to a nice pinky. Then you got taupey colors, browns, grays, bronzes, golds, all that is in this one palette. And if you like neutrally tones, right here, this palette. This retails for $19.99. Sometimes you can catch it on sale on CoastalScents.com. So that is a great palette. And I think I've done videos with it before. Even on my Instagram one time I did a 1 week of looks using only Coastal Scents. Now that's Coastal Scents Revealed palette. So that was actually rather interesting. Then number 3 would be most versatile. To me, that would be this one too. Because you do have stuff for an everyday look in here. Like some of the shades I like to use every day would be the gold, which is number 8 on the top, all over the lid, as well as number 4, which is a mid-tone brown. I like that in the crease, a good crease color. And then number 7 on here, that deeper brown. I like that to define the crease in my outer V a little bit. And that's a quick everyday look, but yet you can go with smoky look because it has a nice black in here, it's got a gray, it's got dark brown, it's got everything you need to go from everyday to date night. So that really is a good palette right there. Alright, best for traveling. Now, yeah, I almost put this for that too, but yeah, no. It is great for traveling, don't get me wrong, but it is big. So if you're wanting something that's great for traveling, I would say go with the Not a Basic Peach palette by Wet n Wild. It's one of their newest palettes. It has 10 shadows to it. I'm going to open it up here and show you what it looks like inside. Now the very top shade, the long one at the top, is like a good crease color for putting in the crease and even blowing it out a little bit. But I will warn you, these are rather powdery. Then you've got a lighter shade, which is good for highlighting. Right next to that, you have a gold shade, and the light shade is what I have on my inner corner and my brow bone. The gold shade I have in the middle of the eyelid. The third row here, it is a deeper, like a burnt orange color to me. I don't know how else to explain it, but a burnt orange. Then you have a kind of like a reddish, I don't know how to describe this. To me, it's like a reddish brown color with gold flecks to it. It's real pretty. That's more on my outer corner because it is rather dark. Well, not dark, but it's more of a, well, better yet, it's a coppery shade. That's a better way to put it. Right there is a swatch. You know, it's a reddish tone. Then you have, on the fourth row, you have your peachy shade and then a burgundy type shade, but the burgundy does have a tiny, tiny bit of shimmer to it, but not a whole lot. Then the fourth row, you have a teal shade, and that is right here. That's what it looks like on the finger. It's not your bright, in-your-face teal like it might look in the pan. It is very subtle. It's a good subtle teal if you want a subtle shade. Then you have the deep brown here, right there. I mean, that's a brown, almost black. Then you have this reddish brown shade that's also a crease color right there. And it's great for defining the crease. So that really is a good everyday palette, as well as you could take it into the nighttime too. And it's a small packaging, so it'll fit easily into the makeup bag. Whereas the Revealed palette might not fit as well in a makeup bag unless you want to really squeeze it in there or lay it, you know, under everything else. At least, I don't know about y'all, but most of my makeup bags ain't very long for something like that. So, alright, now my biggest regret, now this was actually a huge thing for me to, you know, try to figure out. Biggest regret, I would have to say, would be the City Colors Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I got this a long time ago, I think from Amazon or something like that. I thought it was going to be absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you've got your real pretty purple tones, and you got your neutral tones too, and it's all matte. Well, it ain't worth a crap. I did a video on my Facebook page trying to use this, I think, and it just does not translate well on the eyes. They may be pretty colors swatched, and they are very, very powdery. Like, Wet n Wild ain't got nothing on these. Wet n Wild is pretty powdery too. But that right there is the purple shades that I just did there. But, I mean, it just does not have color payoff. And it didn't matter if I used a white base, if I actually set the primer, if I don't set the primer, whatever. This just did not work. Huge disappointment. Probably something I'm getting rid of, because I am doing my decluttering and going through my makeup stash, which is what I've been doing lately. I try to have 2 videos up of that a week for you to see my makeup collection as well as my decluttering. So, and then best color names. Now, I mean, the ones I've shown you, the Wet n Wild, the City Colors, the Revealed palettes, none of those have names. You know, most of my makeup that's affordable makeup does not have names. Unfortunately, I guess companies like L'Oreal, Maybelline, whatever, don't think that a low-cost palette needs to have names. Now, Maybelline, yes, they have out their Lemonade palette that has names, but I ain't about to pay that kind of money for a strengthened palette. No way, the ColourPop one that came in a BoxyCharm, I think, is where I got it at one point. It's still too high priced for my taste, back whenever they had it, but their names are really pretty. Let me see if I can read them. Now, unfortunately, that's another issue. Whenever it comes to palettes like this, they don't make them easily readable. So, I mean, for me, I can read Twilight, Firefly, Snuzzle, Princess Sparkle, Flutterby, Minty, Sky Dancer, Applejack, Butterscotch, Blossom, Starshine, and Bluebell. That's the shades that are in the My Little Pony palette, but it's like, I was a fan of My Little Pony back in the day, so that reminds me, like I said, it takes me back to my childhood. But still, it is white writing on like a light purple color. I mean, come on. Seriously? Seriously. Companies need to make things more readable. You want people who are visually impaired to buy it? Make it readable. I mean, I want things to be accessible. They're not. If you want me to do a rant video on accessibility of products, I can. I can easily do that. Very easily, actually. Okay, least used. This right here is my 26 Shadow Blush Palette. I think this is from Coastal Scents, actually. Compared to the Revealed palette right here, this here is crap. I think I even did a review on this on my channel. But it's crap. I don't use it. I don't like it. It ain't worth what I paid for it. It's also a huge regret. That's why I had trouble deciding, well, which one do I want to say I regret buying, because, you know. But this here, huge regret. Don't recommend it. I mean, I'm actually passing this one on just because I don't like it. I didn't like the shades, don't like the color payoff, nothing. I don't like it at all. Most used, most loved, Desert Island. Well, I think y'all can guess by the one that has been the MVP of this thing so far. That is the Revealed palette. So, that right there, this is the MVP of this thing. It answered 3 questions out of 8. It almost had half the answers. So, this is the palette I really recommend. That is the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. Eventually, I do want to get the 2nd and 3rd, but right now, and yes, my hands have eyeshadow on them still, but right now it's just not feasible to get the other 2. I used to have them, but, you know, but that right there is the best palette. So if you want something good, grab it. 20 bucks. Sometimes you can catch it for 10. But thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that you follow me over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that, because I am trying to post a little more here and there. And I know that some of y'all are not getting my videos, so if you turn on the notification bell, sometimes that can help, but sometimes they still don't go through for some reason. But if you turn on the notification bell, you're more likely to get notified whenever I do upload videos, and I am trying to upload anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week now. So I do hope that you subscribe to the channel, and also, like I said, follow me over on Facebook, and if you want to, you can join my blind beauty support group. Had to remember the name of it for a second, but Blind Beauty Support. It's a group over on Facebook where we talk about all things affordable beauty. Okay, my camera messed up on me for a second, but basically, you know, I hope you join me over there, and I hope we can get to know each other. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a great day.